90-minute stretch and strengthen, so a mobility flow for riders. So we're going to start off just by gently loosening off the neck and the shoulders, so nodding the chin down towards the chest and slowly rolling all the way around. Nice big circles. One more this way, and then as you get back to the front, you're just going to reverse it, so go back the other way. Nice, slow, deep breaths. One more this way, and then you're just going to shrug the shoulders up towards your ears, moving back and round, loosening off the shoulders. And then just go back, reverse it, so going back the other way. And then you're going to bring your hands up to the side, just rotating in the spine, trying to keep the hips facing forward. Just twist into the spine. And then from there, just going to add in some little calf raises at the same time, moving into the ankles. Warming up the ankles too. Good, and then coming to the back of your mat, you're going to go into the roll down into down dog. So nodding the chin all the way down, rolling all the way down the spine. Hands to the floor, and just slowly walking the hands out into plank, and then pressing into down dog, and just pedaling the feet and staying here, stretching the backs of the legs. Taking nice deep breaths. And then from here, you're just going to shift your weight forward into plank. Hold, 2, 1, and then pushing your weight back into down dog. Pedaling the feet. And do that one more time. So shifting your weight forward into plank. Hold, 2, 1, and then pushing the weight back. Pedal the feet again. And then from there, you're going to drop your knees down, bring them to the underneath your hip bones, hands underneath the shoulders, going to move into our cat-cow. So starting by looking towards your knees, spread the shoulder blades apart and arch the back all the way up. And then you're going to reverse it, so you're going to drop the belly down, looking up towards the ceiling. And then just repeating this. And we get the movement into the spine. So spreading the shoulder blades apart, arch the back as high as you can. And then dropping down. We move this into a rolling cat-cow. So the next time you arch the back all the way up, you're going to sit back towards your heels, and then keeping that arch, come all the way back up, and then as you get back to your start position, you're rolling into your cow, looking up. So spread the shoulder blades, arch your back all the way up, sit back onto your heels, and then rolling back up, dropping the belly down, looking up. Good. For this one, you can then shift your weight as you go back over to your left first, and then come around to your right. Bring it all the way up, so moving into the sides as well. We'll repeat that the other way, so pressing into the right, all the way around, coming back up, and then into your cow. So you can either stay here doing these ones, so just moving side to side, straight, whatever feels best for you, or we're going to try the little back bend. So arching the back all the way up, sitting back, and then this time taking your hands round to the side, coming up to kneeling. Press your hands into the backs of your legs and extend the spine away as far as you can control. Coming back and up, dropping down, and then rolling through into your cow. So arching the back all the way up, sitting back to your heels, sweep your arms around, come up to kneeling, press into the backs of your leg. It doesn't matter if you just get to there looking up. Make sure we're not pinching into the lower back. Open the chest, and then coming back up. We'll do that one more time. Just dropping down into your cow, don't forget the cow, and then arching the back all the way up. Come back, all the way up to kneeling, press into the backs of your legs. Bend the spine. You might feel a nice stretch, so you are leaning back into the front of the quads there as well. Good, and then coming back up into cow, And then tuck the toes back underneath, you're going to press back into down dog. Pedal the feet side to side. And then this time you're going to take the left foot up, open up the hip, stretch and just extend the leg up. Flexing the knee again, extend the leg up, flex the knee, and then you're going to bring left foot next to left hand and just gently rocking backwards and forwards here. Pressing into the front. And then leaving that front foot where it is, you're going to rotate. So toes point to the side of your right foot, and you're going to sit as low as you can into that Cossack squat. And then rocking side to side, so you're stretching the inner thigh, side to side. If you need to use your hands here to press up, that's absolutely fine. Feeling as deep as you can. Hands out in front if you can, using the strength in your legs, pressing through your feet. You get one more here. So rock back to the start. Then you're going to twist all the way back to the front, rocking again. Nice slow lunge. And then taking feet back together, back to your down dog. And then we're going to repeat this time on the right. So right leg up, open up the hips, bending and straightening the knee. Pointing the leg as high up as you can. And then bringing that right foot next to right hand, gently rocking, backs and forwards. This time you're going to rotate your left foot out to the side, sitting back into that Cossack squat, rocking side to side. A couple more here. If you need to use your hands, absolutely fine. Sorry, I probably should turn around for this one. Side to side, just going to do a couple more. And all the way back to the front, hands down. A few more rocks, just backs and forwards. And then bring your left foot up to meet. Arching, bending over your knees. And then you're going to come down into a seated position with your left leg out in front of you, right leg behind. So you're going to sit 90-90 or as close as you can for this one. So leg out to 90, back leg 90-degree angle. Placing the hands down, we're just going to try and forward fold over the front of your knee. Stretching into this left hip. Trying to keep the hips as square as possible. If you need to, you can raise this glute up with a block if it feels really uncomfortable to be sat in this position. What you don't want is any pinching. If that feels easy, then try and move closer over the shin. Almost like you're in a clock face, trying to get round. Stretching into that hip. Couple more here. And then bringing feet wider than your hip, hands out in front if you can, or hands behind for this one. You can just rock your knees side to side. Don't worry about the hip bone coming off. Just stretch it into the hips if you can, staying forward. Just rocking your knees side to side. One more. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. So right leg forward this time, left leg behind. Taking the hands on the floor to start with. Just reaching, leaning far over as you can. You might find one side is slightly tighter than the other. That is totally normal. It also explains a lot of our imbalances on the horse. We're tighter on one side, we tend to shift our body weight. Nice, slow, deep breaths. Couple more. more here. to one side and the other, twisting. You should feel the twist into the hip socket itself. A couple more. Yeah, and then returning back to the mat, give you back to your down dog. Just pedal the feet out. Just do a couple more of those hip motors and notice now is there any difference. So taking, left leg up first, and then bring it next to your left hand and just rocking backwards and forwards, hands on the floor to start. And then you're just going to take the left hand outside, the left hand and slowly bring it up, holding, and then just bending that back knee, pressing into your lunge pulses. Again, as far down as you can control. Nice deep breaths. 2, one more. Good, and then gently hands back down. Take the left leg back, open up the hip, and then return it back next to your right. Pedal the feet out, and then we're going to do the same on the right hand side. So take right leg up, bring it outside your right hand, just gently rocking backwards and forwards. Nice slow deep breaths. And take right hand outside the right foot. You're just going to sweep the arms up, holding, and then just bending that back knee, pressing up, working on the strength. Front of this leg. Nice deep stretch for the hip flexors as well here. 3, 2, one more. And then hands back down. Feet back into your down dog. And then just taking the knees nice and wide, press back into child's pose. Take a couple of seconds here. And then we're going to come up into our plank. If you need to, you're going onto your, exercising your wrists onto your knuckles here. And you're just going to gently bend the knees, straighten. So it's into your knee hovers, holding the core nice and strong. More planks, I know. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. Good, and pressing back to your down dog, pedal the feet out again. And then you're going to come back into the plank and lower down if you need to, knees first, going all the way down to your mat. And then just pressing up within your range, moving up, make sure glutes are on, feet into the floor, and then lowering back down. We're going to do that a couple of times, so just think of rolling all the way to your nose, lifting up, extend into the spine. If you only get to here, that's absolutely fine, it's something we can work on. We're trying to just make sure we're not pushing to any pain. It won't get you the results faster. So slow down our progress, so it's important. Move within your own range, not a competition. One more of these. And then going all the way down, back, child's pose, couple of seconds. And then coming forward, dropping down again. This time taking your hands up to the side, turning the feet slightly out, switch those glutes on, and you're just going to gently lift hands and legs at the same time, extending the head away. Imagine someone pulling you from top of your head and your feet. Think nice long line. If that feels easy for you, try extending the arms away as you lift up, and then bring back in down. If this is too much doing both, just focusing on legs, then bring the shoulders back together. You can leave the hand up, head down. If you feel any pinching at all, just stop. Press back into child's pose. Just going to do a couple more here. Last one, just going to hold. 3, 2, 1. Good, press back into child's pose. And then coming forward to all fours, so knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders, and you're going to lift opposite hand, leg, and extend that away. Bring it all the way in to touch. So this one, focusing on a nice slow controlled movement. So up, extend away, bring in towards, down, up. You're trying to get minimal movement in your back, minimal sway. Focusing on the core, being like a spring. So gently recoil, pull away. Nice deep breaths. Keep the head looking at the top of your mat so not dropping the weight of the head down. So we are doing alternates here. That feels easy, trying to stick them all on one side. So do 5 on one, 5 on the other, and then swap. So no touching down in between. Try and keep nice and stable through the core. One more. Good. Bring it down, then swap sides. Up. Last one. Stand out, and then bringing the knees up, so you're going to come up to kneeling, so sideways onto your mat. You're going to take your left hand out to the side, so in line with your knees, right foot out, and just gently looking at the top right hand, just leaning over, stretching into your side waist, and then you're going to gently push away from your left, bring it up, stretching the other way, so looking at your left hand this time, so you're looking at the hand that's reaching over. Make some nice deep breaths. Stretching into the side waist. And the last one here. It's a nice slow controlled movement. Bring the hand back down, you're going to lift your right leg off the floor, almost to the ground, and then back up. Making sure we're not rolling back, sticking our chest out on a nice straight long line, like a pane of glass either side of you. That helps. Bring your hand in front. Nice, smooth, fluid movement, using the strength of the glute here. 2, one more, and then holding it up, you're going to bend the knee in, kick back. We're trying to keep straight in our core, so stable in our core. And we're going to do one more, and then onto the little circles, so you're going to go 5 one way, and then back 5 the other, again keeping the core really stable. 3, 2, 1, then slowly rest it back down. Come back up to the middle, we're going to repeat on the other side. So right hand out, left leg extended, and you're going to reach left hand up and over, and then gently push away from your right. Lean the opposite way. So imagine those panes of glass again. Just moving nice and smooth, fluidly stretching into the side waist. Control breathing. Try not to use the floor as a springboard, but gently use the strength of the core to pull you up. And this time, placing the hand down, you're going to do the leg lift series, so left leg up, almost to the ground, back up, using strength in your left glute. Nice deep breaths. Two more. Hand in front of that helps you to balance the bringing knee up if you need to, touching hand in front as well, just don't want the hips rocking back, sticking the chest. Use the strength in the core to hold it nice and stable. One more. And then onto your little circles, so 5 one way. Keep breathing, 5 the other way. And then resting. Down, knees back together. Quick little child's pose stretch. And then we're going to move into some wrist rocks. So, a few of you mentioned about the planks, wrists get quite achy. Obviously with typing keyboards and riding, we're quite fixed in one position. So trying to just get some movement back in our wrists. So you can start off with hands facing forward, gently applying a little bit of pressure forward, sides, almost like you're moving in a giant circle around the wrist, so left to right. From the front, just moving around in a circle. Nice deep breaths, and again we don't want to push into pain. Don't want to make this more uncomfortable for the wrists. And then reverse it, so just going back the other way. Pressing through the fingertips all the time. And then you're going to turn, face the wrists in towards each other on the ground, and you're just going to lean left to right. And notice as one side feels slightly more stuck than the other. If so, it just indicates it might need to spend a little bit longer on that one side. So if it does, just try and hold, not where it's uncomfortable, a little bit of discomfort but not pain. So just holding it there, trying to get it to ease off. And then moving to the other side. So any side that's got a little bit more stiffness, a bit more uncomfortable, spend a little bit longer there. And then just sitting back onto your heels, you're just going to take the hands, interlink the fingers, and just moving them around this circle. And then going back, go the other way, opposite direction. Just give them a little shake out. And then we're going to move into the more advanced ones. So if these ones are too much for you, spend a little bit longer on the front, on the side ones. We're going to do facing your fingertips towards your knees and just gently leaning back, coming forward. So opening up the backs of the wrists. Really press through the fingertips as you're leaning back. And just hold little pulses, trying to get a little bit further, but again making sure it's not painful. Last one, just going to hold 5, really press through the fingertips, 2, 1, gently ease off, bring the hands up, just give them a little shake, move on to those wrist rolls again, so interlinking the fingers. And then back the other way. And then we're just going to move into our last little exercise before the stretch. So, pancake stretch, just sitting on your seat bones, take your feet out nice and wide as you can. Don't want any pain, especially in underneath the knees and sides of the knees here. So, just rocking side to side. making sure you're comfortable in the position. If you need to, bending the knees slightly here, trying to just open up into the hips. And then we're just going to gently from here, walking the hands forward as far as it is comfortable. Holding there for a second again, just moving side to side. And then you're going to walk your hands over to the right if you can, grabbing hold of your shin or your foot and leaning the opposite arm over. Hold for a second and then just coming all the way back and to the other side. And then again, just reaching forward, rocking side to side, seeing if you can get any further this time. And then over to the right. And to the left. Nice deep slow breaths. And then walking the hands forward again. And this time you can stay doing this again, back over to your right, or you can try the back behind. So hand behind your right hand behind your right seat bone, lifting up and then dropping slowly back down, reaching forward, and then opposite side, lift up, reaching forward. So wherever you are, just got a couple more of these, whether you're leaning over to the side, you can do a mixture of them all. Last one. And then slowly just bend your knees, take behind the knees and just bring your legs in towards you. Back behind, we're going to move into our stretches, so into your child's pose. Take the knees wider for this one, so as wide as your mat, just walking your hands all the way forward. Melting chest down, forehead or chin down to the ground. Nice deep breaths. And then just bring your knees in towards each other, hips up, and then tucking left arm underneath the right. Nice deep breaths, nice twist for the shoulder and spine. And pressing up with your right hand, then thread the right hand through, same on the other side. And from there, just tucking the toes underneath, press back to your down dog, just pedal the feet. And then just dropping your knees down into a few of your cat-cows. So spreading the shoulder blades apart, arch the back all the way up, looking at your knees. And then dropping the belly down, shoulder blades together and lifting the head. And just repeating this one more time. And then from there, just bringing right foot next to right hand and just rocking gently backwards and forwards, left knee is down. These are more restorative ones, so we're not trying to push into any sort of discomfort here, we're more trying to relax the body. And then staying forward, just lift your right hand up, twist. Like someone's pulling you from your right fingertips. Nice deep breaths, and then try to get the elbow down to the inside. And then hands back together, knees back together, and just swapping sides to bring left foot forward, gently rocking backwards and forwards. And staying forward, just lift left hand this time, so that's almost coming from your left fingertips, look up. Nice deep breaths. And then try and get the elbow down to the inside. And then hands back together, knees back together, back to your down dog, and just walking the feet slowly towards your hands. Just grab hold of the elbows, gently twist side to side. And then just let go of the elbows. Just let the arms swing side to side, staying nice and low. Keeping the chin tucked in, and just slowly going to roll up. Let the arms keep swinging. Side to side, just getting a little bit higher with each swing. Roll all the way up. And just shrug the shoulders back and round. Next side to side. And hopefully you're feeling better now than when we started. And any comments, any questions, just